Hello everyone, this is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I bring you a video tonight titled Sexually Attractive Men and Her Discreet Lust for You. Yeah, I got one for you tonight. But before we go any further, always know my videos in the dating space, they're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available on my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. Sexually attractive men and her discreet lusts for you. And as a sexually attractive man, you're going to encounter a myriad of women who offer themselves to you, who cannot contain their lust, who give you that red beam of lust emitting from their eyes because they want to devour you. And they can't contain their lust, and that's why that beam comes out of their eye, because it's an involuntary gaze that's an invitation to that pussy. It's an invitation, it's an open invitation. That's why there's a gaze. An unrelenting gaze. She never lets up. She has that gaze for you. But then there's another type of woman who invites you in through glances. This is the discreet woman who has the same amount of desire as the woman who gives you the gaze, the red beam of lust, but she's more seasoned. She's typically a gorgeous and beautiful woman who's used to having her way with men, but she knows how to discreetly send the invitation for you to enter her space. And when this woman repeatedly gives you glances, no gaze, she's repeatedly giving you glances. With every glance that she gives you, she's hoping that you know what to do with the glance and subsequently know what to do with her. This particular woman, when she gives you those glances and you catch her repeatedly giving you those glances, you have to accept her invitation into her space. You have to approach her immediately. And you have to approach her immediately because that's showing her that you know exactly what to do with her. When this woman sees you, she has a level of understanding and a level of belief that you know exactly what to do with her. So the sexually attractive man, let me just, rehash that briefly before I go any further. This is the man that's clicking on all cylinders. This is the man that's offering the best of himself to the world every day. He has gifts, he has talents, he has abilities, and he's sold on himself, and he's not hiding himself. He's in full recognition and full bloom to the world. He's maximized everything that he was dealt in his hand. And he's given it to the world, and he's given the world his best offering with every passing moment and every breath he takes. And the perception and understanding that he has of himself manifests itself into his appearance. Your appearance is always on point. You're not hiding. Your clothes are fitted. Your jewelry is subtle. Your success is emanating in your appearance, and you don't have to throw things in a woman's face, because you're comprised in such a way that the level that you've ascended to in life is evident from the inside out. From your energy all the way to your appearance, your style, everything emanates that I am the sexually attractive man that is undeniable, that is deserving of the red beam of lust and the gaze. And subsequently, the woman we're talking about tonight, the glance. So when this woman repeatedly gives you the glance and you step straight to her, because as a sexually attractive man, you're letting her know you know exactly what to do with her, that you understand that you are her fantasy. She's giving you glances because she's containing her fantasy, but the fantasy exists nonetheless. You are her fantasy man, and that's why she cannot stop giving you those glances. When this woman sees you, she's thankful for every woman that you had sex with before you met her, because she knows that if you know what to do with her and you approach her and come into her space, that you're going to give her a heightened sexual experience. because you're seasoned, because you're that attractive that she's not intimidated by any other woman in the spot. She's not intimidated by any other woman that you've been with. She's thankful for the women that you've had sex with because it makes you a seasoned, sexual, heightened experience that can fulfill her every fantasy. This is elevated game on a sexually attractive man, because some of you all are getting that red beam of lust where women are unrelenting and they're looking at you with an unrelenting look. They can't pull it back. But there's a woman who's more discreet, and she's going to pull you in with glances. And those glances are the discreet offering and the discreet invitation that she's giving you to explore her sexually. And that's why she's thankful. She's looking at you and she's thankful for every woman that you had sex with before you met her, because it's prepared her and it's prepared you for the heightened sexual experience that you all are about to experience if you approach her and if you know what to do with her. All women are the same. Some women can contain their lust, others can't. But it all culminates into the same extremely heightened sexual experience. And I'm talking about the woman who can contain her lust tonight. And so you talk to her, and your words give her the invitation for her to explore her level of lust that she has for you. She's giving you the repeated glances because she has an unrelenting level of lust for you. She's inviting you. And she's inviting you discreetly. And she knows exactly what she wants to do with you. When she invites you discreetly with those glances, she's calculating every sexual thing that she's going to do with you. See, when a woman gives you a red beam of lust, like, she's just lost in you. She just wants to experience you sexually. She's going to take whatever experience that you give to her. But when you have a seasoned freak, a seasoned woman who's gorgeous and used to having her way with men, when she gives you those glances, with every passing glance, every glance that she takes of you, she's inhaling you more, and she's calculating every sexual thing that she's going to do with you, if you know what to do with her. And so that's why you have to step directly to this woman. And, you know, once you step to her, you reaffirm her belief that you know exactly what to do with her. And so it's an invitation, it's discreet, but it's sort of, you know, it's in like a shadow realm. And shout out to Ron Wills, he talks about the shadow realm. It's a real place. Sexual energy is always moving forwards. Sexual energy is always present. But the sexually attractive man is the object, the continual object of the woman's sexual energy and desire. So you're picking up on frequencies, and that glance is a frequency. And that's why she gives you the invitation in glances. But it's a shadow invite. It's a discreet invite into a sexual experience without her exposing herself. See, some women are so seasoned and they're so used to getting their way with extremely sexually attractive men that they give you a discreet invitation because the way that they move is discreet. So this will be the woman that gives the waitress her phone number to give to you. This will be the woman who you get her number, and you know, you might be outside of a spot. She's not going to tell you exactly what she wants to do with you. See, the woman with the red beam of lust, she's going to grab you by the arm, and she's not going to let anybody else have access to you. But this woman, she's calm while you're talking to her. And she'll call you as soon as she gets in the car. And she'll say, I hope I'm not being too forward, but I really want to see you. This is the discreet woman. This is the seasoned woman who's used to having her way with sexually attractive men. And then it all culminates into the same thing, which is an extremely heightened sexual experience. But you have to accept the invitation, and you have to step right to her to let her know that you know exactly what to do with her. And she's waiting on that. She's waiting on you just to step right to her. But you can't take those glances, and you can't undermine the power and the level of lust that is behind those glances. There's an extreme level of lust. And don't think it's any less than the woman that's giving you the red beam of lust. This woman is just more discreet. Her desire is the same as the woman who gives you the red beam of lust, but this woman's lust is more discreet. And that's why her invitations are discreet. And I can remember many examples of this, many examples of this. But there was, there was one in particular. I was hanging out with my homeboy, and we hadn't hung out like this for years. We knew each other from a particular circle, and he was asking to hang out with me. He was not too far removed from being in a divorce, and he wanted to, get with the dating coach, get with the man that's out here getting these women. He wanted to get with me and say, let's get on the scene. He wanted to step out on the scene in an elevated way. He wanted things to accelerate. He had been out the game for a while. So we went to one spot, we had our drinks, we had our fun and this and that. And there was another spot that was calling our name. This was during COVID. And so we went to the other spot. And it was a meeting ground of Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. I'm not going to say the name of the place because I'm making a habit of, if places are still open, I'm not naming the place. But you can think about a place that was open during COVID that was 24 hours that everybody was going to. So if you know, you know. You're from the DMV, you know. And we got up in that particular spot, and, we were walking around, and it was just people sitting down everywhere. It was just wide open. You can get your drinks. It was a gathering spot because it was one of the only spots that was open, especially 24 hours. So, we stepped over. I said, okay, let's go talk to them. It was a group of girls sitting down, and my homeboy started talking to one, and I was talking to, another girl. And this girl, she was a beautiful little, skinny, pretty little red bone, just like I like. And she was sitting down, and I was like, yeah, it was cool if I sit down. She's like, yeah, you can go ahead and sit down. She wasn't dolled up. She had on like a hoodie. Like she was on like looked like she was on a sneak mission. Maybe I just picked up on a frequency. And I didn't say that much to her. We had a little bit of small talk, and I was just like, look, what are you doing after this? She's just like, oh, I have to drop my girls off and this and that. I was like, look, let's do this. Because she was giving me those glances. I said, let's do this. After you drop your girls off, just go ahead and call me, and I'll give you my address and just come right over. That's how I talked to her, because I saw how calm her energy was, and I realized that this was a shadow invitation. And I gave her my number. We exchanged numbers, and right on cue, when I was leaving, she was leaving at the same time, but we didn't know it. And she was letting me know, like, yeah, I'm about to drop my girls off and this and that. And I sent her the address. And, by the time I got home, she wasn't too far behind me. And we had a really good night. We had a really good night that went into the morning. But that is the way that things happen quickly with the woman who has the shadow invitation to that puti. The shadow invitation to her loins, because you have to pick up on it, because her lust is present, but her lust is contained. She hasn't lost her shit like the woman that gives you the red beam of lust. It's just like, you're not going anywhere, and you about to fuck me right now. That's that. And those women are cool because they're overwhelmed by the magnitude of the man that's in their presence. But this shadow woman, she's more seasoned. And you're going to have those discreet experiences with her. You may meet her in a spot that she goes to a lot, and she doesn't want to have a particular reputation or name of being loose and getting around. But she sees you, and she gives you a shadow invitation, a discreet invitation into her space. And she's looking to you to know exactly what to do with her, to accept the invitation immediately and immediately get in her space. She's looking for your words to guide her. She's looking for your words to guide her. She's already guided herself, but she's looking for your words to guide her. She already knows every sexual position and situation that she wants to be with her, so she's guided herself. But your words and your fearlessness in terms of stepping to her is giving her the guidance that she's looking for, and the reassurance that you know exactly what to do with her. And you're going to end up in a very fast sexual situation with this woman. And she's going to enjoy it. She's going to enjoy it. I can remember so many times, man, that shadow imitation. Those beautiful young women just give you those glances. They just give you those glances, man. There's something about it. And it's different than that red beam of lust. That's why I keep saying that. But it's an invitation in that glance. It's something that you have to pick up on as a sexually attractive man. And I can remember another instance where I was on Connecticut Avenue in DC. I was dolo. That's how I normally roll. Sometimes my friends go out with me, but most of the time I'm by myself. And I know different places that I go to that I'm going to see people I know. It's like different places where people congregate, like after the club let out, and things like that. So I was on Connecticut Ave in DC. I went to a particular spot where people get food and this and that. And I was sitting down on the bench, and this girl came up to me out of nowhere. She walked up, and I guess she saw me, and she just kept walking. And I just happened to look up, and she was already coming towards me. And she didn't tell me her name. She didn't say a damn thing. She said, "You want to go have some fun?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm with that." She's like, "Where's your car parked?" I said, "Yeah, it's right over there. It's the black car." She says, "Okay, I'm gonna go." She says, "I'm gonna go there to the passenger side, and she said, wait till I get there, and then you come over there." And I'm just like, okay, this girl has a whole script, but she's being discreet. She doesn't want to let everybody know what she's doing. She's not overwhelmed by her lust. She's inhaling the lust. She's embracing the lust, but she's still in control of her lust, but she still wants to explore it. So, she went over to my car, and I just, calmly waited a couple moments and went over there, unlocked the door. She hopped in, and then we went and we had a great night. And these are the women that I want to talk about tonight. These are the women that give you the discreet invitation, discreetly explore their lust for you, because these women exist. When you become the sexually attractive man, you're going to be getting sexual energy from beautiful women, average women, all kinds of women. It's going to be constantly coming at you. And you have to know how to interpret the different types of lust that are coming at you and the different avenues that the women are offering you to explore their lust for you. It's an exciting thing to be a sexually attractive man. That's why everyone should take full inventory of whatever hand that God dealt them and maximize it. Internally, externally, you have to maximize your hand. These experiences are not independent to just certain types of men. Any man that's willing to push the boundaries of his development and his attractiveness can have these experiences. And if you want to know how to have these experiences, I'm always open for coaching calls. The doors of the church are open. You want to get a coaching call, just hit me up, man. I'll show you how to live in this reality and live in this world. But it's a great thing when a woman invites you into her space sexually through glances, man. I can remember times, being at events and doing book signings and things like that, being in convention centers and opening up for celebrities. And, I've had a great journey, in the self-development world. It's been very rewarding. And I can just remember times where, women will come up to me and give me hotel keys with their room number on them. Just like that. Shadow invitations, discreet invitations. And then after everything culminates for that day, I go right up to the room. And we have a heightened experience. Be on the lookout for those shadow invitations. Be on the lookout for those glances. Be on the lookout for those seasoned, discreet women who offer themselves to you in a very discreet way. It's a very heightened experience that you deserve to experience. You deserve to experience. If you've done the work, then you deserve to experience this. And, this video is more or less for the men who want to become the sexually attractive man, or the man who, he's transitioning and he's getting different invitations from women. The invitations from women are different. The red beam of lust is becoming a fixture every time you go out. But this is a whole nother level. You can't downplay those glances because there's a very heightened and enjoyable experience on the other side of those glances. And these women are used to having their way with men. These are usually women who are above average, attractive, beautiful, gorgeous. And just because they have their way with men doesn't mean that they necessarily know how to remain in the man's space. But they're willing to take that chance just to have that encounter, and they'll worry about the rest later. That's how much lust they have for you. And that's why they give you the discreet invitation into their space to explore that level of lust. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Bring you a video tonight just talking about the sexually attractive man and her discreet invitation, her discreet way that she explores her lust for you. That's what we're talking about tonight. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me up the algorithm as I continue to bring you these elevated messages. And to everyone who's been in my comments, you want me to talk about a particular topic and make a custom video for you, a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App will get your video up on my channel, Matthew C. Horne Dating, in 24 hours or less. Once you make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App that's in my video description, there's a note feature in PayPal and in Cash App where you can leave the title of the video that you want me to make for you. And if your title is more in-depth than just leaving a note, still make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App. But email me at matt@matthewchorne.com and leave your more in-depth description of what you want me to talk about in your video after you make your donation of $50 or more. And if you are, if you've been heightened, if you've been enlightened by having encountered my message tonight, then don't forget to drop something in my donation information. I'm spitting that real. Every time you come to one of my videos, you're going to get that real. You're going to get something exclusive. You're going to get something Patreon level. Make your donations according to the level of impact that I had on you and the level of awareness that you gain from hearing my voice. And if you're in need of coaching, if you have particular issues that you want to overcome and outcomes that you want to experience in the dating space, I'm your man. If my voice resonates with you, I'm your coach. So email me for dating coaching. Email me for coaching at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. And I will do an assessment and get right back to you with the terms of the coaching. Once you accept the terms of the coaching, we'll establish a date, and then the coaching will begin immediately. I've been having some great breakthroughs with my coaching clients. Thank you for everyone who's been investing in yourself to get the breakthroughs that you are wanting to experience. And also, lastly, I've been having some people inquire about more in-depth coaching, something that can occur over time. I'm opening up 5 slots for individuals who want a 1-year mentorship level of guidance from me. It's going to be very specific to every individual who signs up, meaning I'm going to assess where you are, and then I'm going to implement a game plan to take you there. It will be around-the-clock coaching as much as needed. You'll have unlimited access to me if you're in a particular situation or you need immediate answers to something. You're going to have unlimited access to me, and you're going to experience the breakthroughs in order to get to where you want to be in this dating space. And not just the dating space, in life in general. I'm going to help these 5 individuals experience every breakthrough that they want to experience in their life, not just with beautiful women. And that's essentially it. Just email me, matt@matthewchorne.com, if you're interested in the mentorship and the coaching. And that is about it. Thank you all for spending some time with me tonight. I've enjoyed this, talking about the discreet level of lust and the invitations that women will offer you. The sexually attractive man and her discreet, lustful invitation to you. That's what we're talking about tonight. And don't second guess those glances. Once you've improved yourself and women are offering themselves to you on a regular basis, do not downplay those glances. There's an invitation in the glance. Accept the invitation. Step right to the woman. Let her know that you know exactly what to do with her. Let her know that every fantasy that she had with every glance that she took at you is going to be fulfilled. That's up to you. But become the man that understands that he belongs there. He believes he belongs there. And that invitation is gladly accepted by you. And then she gets to explore her lusts, and then you all can have a heightened sexual experience. That's what that discreet, that shadow invitation, that's what it culminates into. And so as a sexually attractive man, I want you to experience everything that comes along with the personal evolution that you've experienced based on the work that you've done on yourself. This is not a fantasy that I'm talking about. There's work to arrive at this point. But once you arrive at this point, I promise you, there are no more heightened experiences that will ever compare to it. I'll see you soon.